this fucking guy, I tell you.
All right. Here we are with another episode of the Caravan game. We play this every Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on our Discord server in the Friday Caravan channel. You can find our Discord server in the description of these videos or these live streams after the fact. You can also find it on our Twitter at DNDLCP. If you ever want to play with us, currently we're doing level 3 characters. You could jump in and let's see, what else? I don't know. We'll probably do a summary when we get into the chat. Anyway, let's start this.
God damn it, Brian. Like... See, this is why you can't be late, Aubrey, because Brian is going to inevitably not start anything until 8:15.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay, so do we want to start with introductions or do we want to start with a recap?
Introduction, so that if we do a recap, people know who we're talking about.
Me.
You asked the question.
All right, so let's introduce the new character that has been traveling with the caravan for a while, and so has technically always been with them. Aubrey, would you like to introduce your character?
Right. I play T-Berry, T-Berry Spillspot, who is a Aarakocra ranger of the hunter archetype. He's a peregrine falcon, so just because that's important.
Dope. Brian?
Jared Benantman, an amazing wizard who travels around and sells all sorts of wares from his adventures.
Eric?
I'm Mallet Morphwheel. You can call me Mal. I'm a cleric of life. I'm an acolyte.
Wes?
And I play Hiram, the high elf warlock, archfey.
Riprex?
Well, you all know Minos very well, the gladiator who through combat won his freedom and is now traveling the land. He's a minotaur and is very boastful.
Nice.
He's also currently dead.
No, not him.
No, Ramsroch
is dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not Minos.
Minos is fine. Or Minos. So basically, just to recap for anybody who may have no idea what the fuck is going on, you guys are in the city of Crystal Cliff. You just badly sailed a schooner back from this smuggler's cave with a shitload of treasure on it. And currently, the lizard man fighter member of your party has perished against the sea hag. And so they're keeping his body preserved with gentle repose in order to kind of try and find some place to resurrect him. They're trying to sell the boat and get some carts and other whatnots so that they can move on and try and find a place to resurrect Ramsroch. And so I think that kind of sums it up. What do you guys think? Did I miss anything?
Nope. What was your name is Minna? Minas?
Minos.
Minos.
As in Midas touch? What
No,
Brian?
Minos.
Like
Minos.
Oh, okay. I thought
Like
Brian.
the ancient Greek city.
what is T-Berry's race and class?
Arakakra.
Oh, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's a bird person.
People.
Oh, good. We have another bird.
Huzzah.
Is a bird person. Exactly.
Okay. Just need.
All right. And so, Brian, let's do your thing. What is your thing that you want to do again?
Oh, I don't want to do it. Noah's not here.
Oh, okay. So, Wesley.
I was gonna hire some workers down at the docks to beat the shit out of him.
You've been asking around at the bar that's down dockside, and after a couple of days have passed, you guys have if you've tried to buy carts and horses and things, like those would be ready at this point if that's something that you would like to do. Your wand would be ready, Hiram, but also on top of that, a shady guy kind of approaches you as you're walking out of the bar later the next day or something like that, and he's like, "What kind of a ship are you selling there, pal?"
It's a cargo ship. Fairly small, but good quality.
I see. 3 masts to it?
Jared, how many masts does our ship have?
3.
Yes, indeed.
Well, let's go take a look at it, shall we?
Yes, let's no. I show him the ship.
Yeah, he when he gets there, he kind of seems like he knows his way around a boat, and he kind of like kicks a couple of spots on the railings and goes over and inspects just some of the spots where things aren't quite as nice, and he says, "I'll give you 700 gold pieces for it."
This is a very good boat. I don't know about that price.
We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you for 2,000 gold.
Jared, that's not be greedy with the man.
2,000. That's as high as we'll go. No?
I think you mean low, because
I might be persuaded to come up to 1,000.
Okay, I'm gonna cast suggestion, but can I make a stealth check to try and be subtle about it?
Sure.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Excuse me. I meant. All right, that's 11.
All right, and then what do I have to do for suggestion?
You suggest a course of activity and can magically influence a character you see within range and can hear. The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
Let's see.
I got a 12.
Is the DC one of my stats? It isn't listed.
Yeah,
on
it'll
the-
say your spell save DC on one of the pages of your character sheet.
It's 8 plus proficiency plus your casting stat.
So 13.
Okay, so he doesn't beat it. So what are you suggesting?
Sir, I know you're a reasonable man, and I'm a small businessman, and my compatriots and I need to sell this ship. Perhaps you'd go up to 1,400 gold.
He says, I don't have it on me. We'd have to go back to me house.
May we follow you there?
Yeah. He leads you guys. How long does this spell last?
It lasts. It's just one. Oh, concentration up to 8 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. So yeah, you guys go back to his house, and it's not the nicest place in the world. And you actually notice that he's got a bunch of weapons, and like there aren't like really that many people here, but it doesn't really look like any children or even really women live here. But that's not really your concern. And he pulls out a couple of pouches of gold and hands them over to you and says, have a good day.
You said that he looked rather suspicious, right?
Yeah.
Is there a way I could just verify this is real gold and not like a painted?
I mean, you could pull it out and look at it and touch it and bite into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna chomp on one, see if it gives.
Yeah, it feels soft enough to be gold.
Okay. All right. I go back to where everyone is with the carts and horses.
All right. So. You all good, Aubrey?
I'm just FYI, I'm pocketing 200 of the gold and bringing back 1,200, but they don't necessarily know that.
Well, Jared would be with you since he was with you.
Jared, would you like 200 gold?
Yeah, all right.
Can you hear us, Aubrey? Because I definitely cannot hear Aubrey.
Yeah, I can't either.
Do you want to try and switch the server or something, Brian?
All right. Aubrey?
Hello?
Hey, yo, Aubrey.
Aubrey.
She said she's trying to figure it out. We'll just keep going, and when she gets it, she gets it.
So before we get to the carts, I say, Jared, my friend, come here.
What is it?
Yes, would you like 200 gold for yourself?
Why? Well, what do you want from me?
Well, we're out here wheeling and dealing, making sure the party is taken care of. And I thought perhaps we could each take a small fee for our services. So why don't you and I both take 200 each from the 1,400, and bring the other 1,000 back to everyone else. And they won't know the difference.
I squint at him. Is this entrapment?
No, I'm just trying to help a friend.
All right, hand it over.
All right. And I hand it to him.
All right. So you guys go and meet back up with the rest of the party then. And so are you going to throw the rest of that gold in with the party treasury?
Yes.
Ryan, do you want to add that to the spreadsheet then? That would be
Already
that
did.
would be 1,000 gold. Dope.
1,200. Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah, because you guys each took 200 because it was 1,400. And you guys each took 200 out of it. And so it would be 1,000 even. And just to explain how that works, the party treasury can be used for anybody. So like if you want to grab something out of there to use for today, you just can.
Yeah, and that's pinned, isn't it? So they can see what's
Yes,
in
it is. It's pinned.
Yeah.
But it's also in the Google Doc. And Brian can probably post a link to that. But because you guys will be getting way more loot than this. So how many carts and horses and shit do you guys want? Because I think that you should just start your own caravan at this point.
Well, I'm getting a new cart for myself. How much does that cost?
Let's start with how big and how nice.
The size I had was fine as far as pullability. I just want more durability.
Okay, so let's say like a reinforced cart is going to be 25 gold.
Okay. Ka-ching!
And do you guys, Hiram, do you want to get like a carriage or something like that? Or are you just going to ride blue?
Is there like an equivalent of like a small like 2-man buggy that I could pull with glue?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can work out something like that.
Enough I could put a small amount of gear, have myself, and maybe Kit could ride in it with me. I don't know, just like a 2-person buggy. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's call that 25 gold as well.
Okay. And I suggest everyone. Well, how many carts do we want?
I don't think that you're going to be able to fit all of that stuff in Jared's cart.
We should probably get a large cart
Pulled by like 4 horses or something like that.
I'd say, yeah, at least 4.
So let's just say that you guys spend 1,000 gold on that. Like, I think that that's probably a pretty reasonable price for that many horses and that big of a
Or pull that from the group?
cart. However you guys want to do it.
Well, that would be trading in a boat for a massive cart, so, I mean...
Yeah.
Could do that. Unless anybody says otherwise, I'm going to change the inventory.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just do it. You guys don't have to just subtract from your personal wealth. And so now you guys can get going. And where do you want to go?
I really like the map you made. I thought it was good.
Well, thank you. And one of the things that you guys do know is that obviously one of the best places to find a cleric that might be able to resurrect somebody would be at a large church or gathering of druids or something like that. And so obviously, if you look at the map, that you now have.
Tall Pines Cathedral. Everyone, our dear friend Riprex,
Ramsroch.
It's been a long day, folks. Our dear friend Ramsroch fell in battle, and I do believe it is our duty to resurrect him if we can. And I hear tell that there is a church some ways away from here that could possibly have a cleric to resurrect him. Shall we go to this church?
It would have to be a church.
Now,
Very well.
as long as you don't steal from them, they won't mind you.
The lizard man was very useful. I suppose it's worth our time and energy and money.
Indeed.
You do know the way to this church. I mean, the cave
Yes.
mission was a bit uncertain.
I bought a map off of a gentleman. And I know the way. It is some distance south of here, in a pine forest. If we follow the coast, we shall get there.
Very well.
So I'm assuming, where's this? I'm assuming top is north, bottom is south, right, Tim?
Yep.
Just for the sake of, okay. Because I am the one that I guess has the map, quote unquote.
Right.
Would you guys want to go south along the coast, or do we want to go inland?
Coastal seems like it'd be more profitable. Well, no, actually, I have things to sell, so maybe inland would be more profitable. That doesn't make any sense. Coastal would be more. Let's go coastal.
I mean, I think we're going to be getting to the cathedral today anyway. I'm just thinking in terms of possible enemy. Let's go coastal. If it's fine with everyone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Aye.
Can you still hear us,
Yep.
Aubrey?
Yeah, she said she was back in.
Can you hear us, Eric?
She hasn't
I can hear you.
spoken then.
Okay.
Following the coast
Oh,
seems
can
like it
you
would
hear
be...
us, Aubrey?
Oh.
Yeah, it would appear not. Oh, she's typing. Dude, my dogs are going nuts upstairs. Oh,
Now we can.
I'm gonna go back out and come back in and see if I can hear Aubrey.
Should we all do the same?
All right. Aubrey? Nope, still no Aubrey. Do you want to try switching the server, Brian?
All right. Test.
Rootin' tootin'.
Can you hear me? Okay. The green light wasn't on. We're good.
Yeah, I've heard from everybody but Aubrey.
Hey.
All right, sweet. We're good.
Felix. No, all right. Well,
Oh, and she can't hear. She'll have to type to talk.
Oh, my word.
All right. So we will. So you guys want to take the coastal road down then, hey?
If we follow the coast, it seems like there's less chance of getting lost.
I agree with that.
So who's gonna drive the big ass cart? I'm gonna say that this thing is like 20 feet long and like a good 10 feet wide.
Oh, well, we do need a teamster for that.
Well, it's got 4 horses pulling it.
Yeah. Minos, would you care to drive the big carriage?
Minos doesn't think the horse trusts him.
Very well, I'll drive.
But I can try. I don't guarantee the cart will be going the right way, though. I have no
I feel
idea.
like T-Berry might be able to accomplish this. I'm looking at the chat, so I can like read real time what you're saying, Aubrey. Yeah, so T-Berry is going to do that then, so we're all good. I assume he's got a pretty decent handle with the animals. So yeah, you guys start setting down on this coastal road, and one of the nice things about as you guys get a little bit further south and start to get going, it's not as snowy as you start to get into the lower elevations. Like, it's still cold and there's still some snow on the ground, but it's a lot easier pulling than it was before, Jared. Like, when you guys were going through that deep snow, like, it seems like this road is a lot more traveled than that other one that you guys had been taking as well. And so everything's just kind of packed down and beaten down and well worn. But for the most part, it's just a barren tundra. You know, there's a few areas where there are some copses of pine trees and other like bushes and shrubs and things like that, but they're relatively fewer and further between. And I can give you guys a chance to talk to each other a little bit if you want. Otherwise, we can start fast forwarding to the evening.
I can't.
Evening, gents. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, damn it.
Are you talking shit about me?
Well, I was going to do
You
something
missed
in
the
town
point.
if you showed up, but you showed up late, so you got lucky.
Oh,
I was going to hire some burly dudes down at the dock to kick the shit out of you for riding me around the boat.
I mean, to be fair, you still can.
We'll see.
Actually, you
No,
guys
you
are
still
on your
can.
way. You
So-
guys are on your
Yeah.
way to a cathedral at this point, actually. You would have to hire some burly dudes that weren't at some docks, because you guys aren't going to be near the water for a while now.
Hire some monks to whip you. So,
Wow, don't reward me.
where are we on the map right now?
You guys are. I would say by nightfall, you're probably 3/4 of the way to that little tower.
Oh, gotcha. It's a long drag. Where do you figure we are on your map right now?
I imagine we are a third of the way there. Maybe a little less than halfway there.
And so what do you know about this church, the faith, the people there, anything? What can you tell us?
Let me think on it for a moment. And Tim, could I make would that be like a history check?
Sure.
That
Yeah, go ahead.
that's a 10.
You've heard of the Tall Pines Cathedral. You're not supremely familiar with like who they worship. You haven't been there before. But you know that it's important enough that you've heard of it being even where you're from. And so there's that.
Okay. All right.
If anybody else would like to make a history check about the Tall Pines Cathedral, they can.
One of you guys should.
Yeah, I will.
Well, what do you want us to roll?
I got
History?
16.
A 16?
Yeah.
And Aubrey got a 13.
What are we rolling?
History.
I mean, I can roll it too.
I got a 16 as well.
Okay. And Danny?
All right, we'll see. What? Straight D20. $15.
So everybody that got over a 15, you know that the Tall Pines Cathedral worships the goddess Sativa. And you do know that, and you also know that they're known for sitting around and smoking pipe weed for the majority of their time. Like, they're not really an industrious sort.
Right, they're pretty relaxed, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
And
chill.
they have this delicacy there. It's like this baked corn mash with like a cheese salt on it. Oh man, you've got to try it.
I don't get it.
Anyway,
Well,
perfect.
No, I mean, I get it has something to do with pot. I just don't know what it is specifically.
Oh, I was making a Dorito joke and also weed jokes. Yeah.
Oh.
Anywho, moving on. But yeah, anybody that got above a 15 would know that about the Tall Pines Cathedral.
Lazy people who sit around and smoke. Well, at least I'm not worried anymore.
Why aren't you worried?
What are they going to do to us?
Invite us to smoke.
Fine by me.
I have good idea. I have a good idea, puny men. I have a great idea. It is the best idea. The idea is while they are lighting up, we go and we take the donations box.
Can't do that.
Well,
We need them to heal. We need them to resurrect our friend.
this would be afterwards, of course.
Yeah, afterwards. Great idea.
Well, they're not my religion, so
I
perhaps.
don't know why you don't take that like crocodile thingy and turn them into boots.
That's our friend.
Really?
He's very useful to have around.
You people are crazy.
That lizard made me... I don't remember. I don't remember.
Why?
I think it was about 100.
Did you sell him down at the docks?
He won a fight for me and won me 100 gold pieces.
Oh, it was a mud wrestle.
Something like that.
So
Well,
it's starting to get dark out now, guys. Do we
I
want to
guess
stop for the night, or are you guys planning on keeping going?
I think we should stop for the night.
Okay.
All right, so you guys basically don't really have much of a choice but to just pull off the side of the road, and as there still isn't really a whole lot of cover or anything like that, like you could wait until there's a tree, that or two or three, but it's not substantial enough that it would give you any semblance of cover for the size of the all of these carts and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the night.
Since there's no hope of hiding ourselves, I'm going to try and expose as much of our perimeter as I can. So I start setting out crude torches and try to get light out there.
Okay.
Who's gonna take what guard shift?
I will do it.
Do what? The whole entire night?
I only need 4 hours of rest. So I can take the first watch, and someone else can take the second 4
No,
hours.
I'll do
Ira,
the same.
remember what happened the last time we let you on watch.
It'll be fine.
we had
A
a
lot of corpses.
we had a long rest in town, right?
Yeah, you guys are all at full and stuff right now.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because you guys had to wait a couple of days to get all of your stuff ready to go and to finish the sale of the boat, transfer all of your goods, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that would have taken some time.
Right.
What happened to all of the other armor that you had, Brian? That didn't look like that was on the list at all.
That was my personal cart.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, okay. So that's still the big ass cart is probably not that filled with anything at this point, but your cart is filled to the brim.
Well, I assume everybody's riding in the big ass cart.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll say that Kit probably chose not to ride with Hiram, and he'll ride with Barry. Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why we're on good terms. He just decided to be on good terms.
Right. That's fair. Maybe he'll ride with Hiram then. But Scraw and Ramsroch are definitely in the big ass cart, and Scraw kind of like, as soon as you guys get parked and he kind of helps you set everything up and says a couple of his standard random things, some have fins, some have legs, and then goes into his nest and kind of beds down for the evening, and kind of gives you a strong indication that he has no intentions of helping with watch at all.
Well, I say we have our uncultured friend here who wants to take a watch. Wes proposed to take a watch. I say I'm ready to take the third one.
T-Berry will take one.
Oh, then we cannot rely on Wes. That would be for the best.
Ooga booga shaka naka ishi bishi.
What's wrong with Hiram? He did a fine watch back at the cave.
I don't know. With what I saw Ramsroch eating, not sure.
What do you mean? Ramsroch eats just about anything.
Yeah, but those were human hands and feet I saw him eat. not tasteful.
Where did he get these human hands and feet?
I don't know, but he had them. He had them after we left the cave, and the hunter were gone. So, yeah.
Hiram,
Yes.
come over here a moment.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
Feet, you said.
Hiram, you
Interesting.
recall
What's the
back
matter?
when we were
We
spending
can
the
hear
night
you,
in the
Aubrey,
cave?
again. Yay!
Huzzah!
Hey.
Whack.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll take a watch if needed.
I've taken lots of watches in my day. Hiram, you recall when we spent the night in that cave?
Wesley, you're muted.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're kind of muffled.
Let me.
You sound good now?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay.
You're fine. Just talk.
God, we love
Yeah,
mic issues.
I remember the cave.
I know, right?
Do you remember what the lizard was eating in that cave? The bag of whatever the hell it was.
Well,
You.
Which one of us?
I take first watch. I am bestest at it. Ist.
Fuck.
I suppose.
Yes, you can take first watch. And me knows eyes, Daniel?
Yep. Also known as Danny Boy.
Danny boy, carefully, because with what he said about the priest, he's not too sure about not being stabbed while he sleeps.
Don't worry, I never do it to friend. You pack brother. You are pack brother now. You guys are my new pack. Like Tupac. That is your new name. That is your wolf name now. Tupac Shakur.
All right.
I am Ice Cube. And we will in like if we get in like if I can get Jared, we will be the Anuos with attitude.
Ooh.
I see.
First of all,
And
Tupac was not in that group, but that's beside the
I don't know. I don't listen to rap music.
point. I can tell. Anyway.
Just wanted to make a really shitty joke.
No, it's all good.
All right, so Danny Boy is going to be walking the perimeter of the camp. And by the way, is there still
Okay.
snow on the ground, DM?
Yeah, there's a decent little dusting.
All right, I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of it. And I assume Jared is sleeping.
I'm not taking a watch if
Yeah.
I don't have to. I'm going to bed.
All right, good. I dump it on Jared.
What
All
are
right,
you-
go ahead and make me a perception check at disadvantage.
You got it. Damn.
Ooh.
Oh wait, that's what. Never mind. I need to roll that again.
Yep.
And go to
Roll.
roll, not caravan.
It's all right if he wants to do it in the caravan, because then you can see
Oh,
it
yeah,
on the
that's
stream.
where. Yeah. Right.
All right. So you toss that snow onto Jared, and Jared, I assume you wake up cold and angry.
What the? What was that
Keep
for?
you on your toes, horse brother. And then I go back to the watch.
You you think you notice some new footprints in the snow.
All right, damn it. So all right. I'm gonna get real low to the ground, sniff it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's loud enough to wake everyone up.
All right, everybody make me a perception check to wake up. Unless you don't want to, in which case you don't have to.
You know, we just walked all day. Some of us.
No, I smelt something. See?
So you threw snow on me?
No. And that was just that was just a prank, bro.
It wasn't funny.
I'm gonna say that Minus is still asleep.
Great.
All right, though.
He's snoring loud enough to make the owling seems quiet.
All right. So I'm gonna point to the footprint I saw, and I'm gonna get on all fours again, and run circles around it like a dog chases its own tail.
Okay.
We said it's a half elf with loincloth instead.
Right. And what do you want to do? What do you want to do with that? Is anybody else trying to wake up, or are you guys just saying fuck that?
I woke up.
Will.
Okay.
What was the check again? I'm sorry.
We'll just do a perception. The DC is 12.
17.
Oh yeah, you're awake immediately.
It's kind of
And
like
then
that weird
why
hawk.
doesn't everybody that is awake then go ahead and make me a perception check to kind of get stock of what's going on?
20.
9.
Okay.
10.
16.
Okay, so Mel, you're kind of like looking around and you're like rubbing your eyes, and for a second you think that there's just one of those like floating black spots in front of your eye, but then you look out and just beyond the torchlight of the perimeter that Jared had set up, you can see that there's like just this faint figure. And Jared, does a 14 hit your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to take 5 points of piercing damage as an arrow slams into the haunch of your horse body.
Ah!
And let's
How many?
let's
T-Berry.
have everybody roll. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, we'll give you an all in action first.
Tell me those points again.
I'm sorry, 5 points of piercing,
And-
but I don't
and we
think
all
you're
get an
resistant to
action?
anything. Yeah, well, I'll let you guys all do something.
All right, I'm gonna run at it.
Run
I'm
into
gonna
initiative.
run at the guy.
What's
Great
your
axe.
speed?
30 feet.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to, because this dude is. You would guess that this dude is probably a solid 80 feet away.
Oh, I'll dash then. Just to
Yeah,
get a little
you're
bit closer.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so you'll be within 20 feet of him next
Yep.
on your first turn, basically. And
Yeah,
when
I'll
you
roll
get out
initiative.
there, why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Let me
'cause you're gonna
guess.
be
I
kind of-
accidentally charged straight first. Nope.
What is it? Oh, a 10?
4. No,
Or a
it's
4? Okay.
yeah.
You got a 4? So you can see the guy that is holding the bow. He's got on a lot of furs and stuff like that, but he's got a like black cloth pulled up over his nose and a bow in his hand, and he's currently reaching into his quiver to grab another arrow out. But that's the only guy that you can see so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll initiative too.
Yeah, as soon as you guys get done with your action, go ahead and roll initiative. So what is T-Berry doing?
We take an action and a bonus action.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so for my bonus action, I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark. This guy.
You're already doing it right.
And
Although, what's the distance on Hunter's Mark? It might be 60 feet. You might have to move up first.
it's 90. Oh,
I can hear you.
okay, yeah, it's 90 feet.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you're golden.
And then I'm going to fire an arrow at I'm gonna fly. No, I'm not gonna fly at all. I'm just gonna fire an arrow at him and try to hit him in the leg just to immobilize him.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll the attack.
Okay, so that's ouch. That's sorry.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Shit, that's a 13 to hit. Or 13?
A 13 hits?
Oh, thank God. Okay. All right. And 4
Barely.
damage. That's... what did that roll? 3 points.
And don't forget to do your D6 for the Hunter's Mark.
Oh shit, you're right. Thanks.
And you add your dex to range damage now in 5e, so don't forget that.
All right. That's yeah. You you kind of like do your hand in a couple of motions and say some words under your breath, and then loose your arrow, and it lodges in his front shoulder because he's kind of standing side profile with his bow drawn, and he kind of drops his bow down and pulls the arrow out of his shoulder, and you can tell that you hit him really good. Go ahead and roll initiative. What are you doing, Mal?
I'm going to walk up to Jared, and I'm going to
roll me another perception check then.
Okay. 8.
Okay, yeah, you don't see anything. Go ahead and walk up to Jared.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk up to Jared and put my hand like near the arrow and go easy horse friend, and I'll heal him for 3 points with my racial ability.
Dope.
Nice. That's awesome. And go.
And then I'll pull out my weapons then, weapon and shield.
Cool. What are you doing, Hiram?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself, and then I'm gonna leave my if I can see what's going on.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check.
15.
You can see the guy with the bow and arrow out there, and you think you can see some other movement out there, but it's hard to kind of place it because, like I said, it's at the edge of that torchlight that that Jared had set up. So why don't you go ahead and roll initiative, and then Minus, do you want to roll perception again and see if you wake up?
Yes, I do.
$18. For my
10.
Oh yeah, we'll wait on that. You got a 10 to wake up? Oh. Yeah, fuck it. I think that everything's been loud enough at this point for a consistent enough time. Yeah, you're awake.
What? Oh.
But I'm going to call that your action. You know what I mean? And so you'll just
Yeah.
roll initiative for me. So everybody's initiatives. I am ready. I'll ask in order, actually. Danny, what's your initiative?
3.
Danny is a 3. And Aubrey, what is yours? T-Berry, I should say. T-Berry at 12.
So my free action was getting shot with an arrow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jared. What would you like to do?
How far away is this
Not
guy?
get shot with an arrow.
How far away is this guy?
He was 80 feet. Tim, you muted
Yeah,
yourself.
they're 80 feet away from you. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to try and peg him with my short bow.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
And I'll move up to 40 feet towards him.
All right.
8 attack. Probably didn't hit.
What is it?
8 attack.
No, yeah, that definitely does not hit.
So I'm 40 feet away
So
now.
what's your initiative, Jared? Yep. What's your initiative?
10.
Jared at the 10 spot. Mal, what's your initiative?
That's a 19.
Mal at 19. Hiram? Hiram at 8. And Minus, what's yours?
16. And I'll disconnect and reconnect. I can barely hear Iron.
Yeah, we can't hear him.
Wes, did you say 18?
No,
16.
Wes said 8.
Oh.
Minus was 16. And Jared, why don't you give me a perception check since you're 40 feet closer?
14. 14.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Yep, I heard you. You think you can see again more motion out there, but it's kind of hard to tell at this distance. So that will put Mal, you are first. What are you doing? And you're muted, just so you know, Mal.
You are correct. I'm going to... yeah, I'll just dash out kind of in front of everyone towards the guy. So I'll move 60 feet.
Okay. So you are going to be within 20 feet then at this point. Go ahead and roll me a
And-
perception check.
Okay. I also do have dark vision, so
Okay, good. You
Uh,
can have advantage actually on it then.
Oh, that is pretty good. 21.
Okay, so you can actually see that there are figures in the shadows around this dude that is currently standing up with his bow. And most of them are dressed similarly to the guy with the bow, but then you can see also that there is a dude, he's got like deer antlers sort of sticking out of the sides of his. It looks like it's still made out of hide of some sort, but it's hard to tell at this distance. And he's got like a couple of scimitars that he's got out and ready, and they're just sort of crouched low. And you're actually you're counting. So including the guy that is standing, there are 5 normal bandits, and then there is the guy with the horns.
I'm gonna point my javelin in their direction and yell out to them. Take 6 of you to attack while we're all sleeping. Seems like you should try to even the odds a little more, hmm? And I'm gonna stand there with like my arms open, like, come on, bring it on.
Watch them
Just
crit
give
on
us
you.
the gold and we'll leave. You hear them shout back, but then that will bring us to the one with the scimitar who is going to. He's going to actually move in on you, Danny. And so you see this guy just kind of comes out of the darkness and runs towards you. And he's got, like I said, he's got the furs all over him. And he's got this long black beard that's sticking out of this like black mask that's pulled over his nose. And you can see these ridiculous antlers sticking up. And you're kind of wondering how you missed him before. But he runs up and he's going to take a couple of swings at you. 3 to be precise, actually.
Damn.
The first one is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, 17 will hit.
The second one, though, is going to be a 5 to hit, so no. And then an 11.
No.
So just 1 hit.
It's 1 hit.
Yeah. He swings a lot, but doesn't hit a lot. Oh, shit. And so you're only going to take 3 points of slashing damage as his scimitar comes. Yeah. It comes across you, and it barely even cuts into your armor or anything. Like, there's just a small cut on your bicep. Oh, yeah, you don't have armor because you're a barbarian. I'm sorry. Minus, I'm going to say that you're, at this point, about 110 feet away because you're probably a little bit behind where everybody else is because you just woke up. What are you doing?
Well, Minus, seeing this, will start by proclaiming loudly, "Bandit attacks us in the cover of night. Let's show them what we can do." And he's gonna move up, taking out his longsword and end axe, and they're near the torches.
They're right at the edge of the light from the torches.
All right. He's gonna scream to everyone, "Close your eyes or be dazed by my displays."
Okay.
He just sounds that for even the bad guys to hear.
Yes. Yes, he doesn't really care.
He
Right
definitely wants them to close their eyes.
Yes. 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 It is so. It is known.
Jared closes his eyes.
And he's gonna cast pyrotechnic on one of the torch. Oh, no, it's within 10 feet. Won't work. Sorry, I don't do that then. I just dash.
Okay,
Jared-
so you're gonna move forward 60 feet.
Jared's eyes are still closed,
Yes.
and he's waiting.
No, I didn't scream to close your eyes then, if they're too far from the torches. That's sad.
Alright.
There would have been fireworks right outside of camp otherwise. Not flashy at all.
T-Berry, it would be your turn then.
Okay. T-Berry is gonna fly 20 feet up
Okay.
to look.
Go
And
ahead
can
and make me
I?
another perception check.
What I was gonna ask.
Oh yeah, then yep, absolutely. You can actually have advantage too.
Oh. 15.
Yeah, so you can see all of the bandits and everything now at this point. There are the 5 that are sort of back around in sort of like a V formation around the guy that is standing up nearest, the one that shot Jared, and then you can see the one that has the horns on his head, and he's currently engaged with Danny.
I'm gonna shoot at the one on Danny.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Ah, dang it! I wanted to kill him.
That is.
I know, but good. Congrats on the crit.
Thank you. Okay. 20 damage.
Jeez.
Ooh, nice.
So, as your bonus action, move your hunter's mark to that guy.
Okay.
And
that just
then
adds
Now
another
roll your
roll
damage.
D6 for your damage.
You want me to re-roll my
So
entire
what's the-
damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, that's 6. Hello?
That was 6, you said?
26.
6 only? You got a crit, I thought.
26?
26.
Oh, 26. Okay, I was about to say. So, T-Berry, you loose this arrow and it screams directly into the torso of this man, and it buries itself to the feathers into his rib cage, and he doubles back a little bit, and he doesn't go down, but he looks rough. Like, Danny, he looks like you could blow on him and he would fall over dead.
Perfect.
And I just yell down at Danny if he can hear me. You're welcome.
I had him, but thank you.
So that's going to bring us to the other bandits. So Jared and Mal are both up there, correct?
I'm 40
Yes.
feet away from that guy.
Okay. Yeah, so that guy, he's going to shoot at you again, Jared. And that's a natural 20. So, oh, that's a 1, though, that I just rolled on the die. So you take 6 points of piercing damage on a crit.
Not bad.
It could definitely be worse, as it buries into... It buries, like, right next to where the other arrow wound was, and so, like, it's especially tender. So it doesn't, like, do tons of damage, but, yeah, it really hurts.
You bastard.
And another one of them is going to pop up and pull out his bow. And does a 12 hit your armor class, Jared?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you're going to take 5 points of piercing damage as another arrow sinks into your horse flesh.
I'm going to change my name to Jared Boromir.
And then a couple of guys are going to shoot at Danny. Does a 13 hit your armor class, Danny?
No. They need a meet or beat a 14.
All right, so that one will hit. You're going to take 4 points of piercing damage from one of the guys that's to the left of the first ones that shot at you, the first one that shot at Jared. And then one last one is going to shoot at Mal. Mal, does a 13 hit your armor class?
Oh, it sure doesn't.
Okay, so that's the end of that. Jared, what are you doing? So you've got like a V formation of bandits that are like 40 feet away from you at this point. And then you've got the other one with the horns on his head that's in front of Danny that looks like he's going to go down at any moment. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm going to run my 40 feet toward the first guy that shot me. As I go, I'm going to cast Sword Burst. I create a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around me, and each creature within range, which is 5 feet, is going to have to take a dexterity saving throw or 1d6 force damage.
All right.
Are they 5 feet apart from each other?
Yeah. The problem is though is like, yeah, I suppose if you were to. So next turn, you could kind of position yourself so that you can hit 2 of them, but they're in sort of like a V pattern.
Gotcha.
And so every one of them is like a little bit behind the other one. So like you can hit the one that's directly in front. Does a 12 beat your DC on that? I think your DC is like 8, isn't it?
It's 9.
It's 9, okay.
And then, oops, hold on. As a bonus action, I'm doing a hooves attack, which is if I run in a straight line 30 feet or more, I can do an unarmed attack for 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
All right, so go ahead and roll the attack.
Is there anything I factor in for unarmed?
It'll be your strength, and if you're proficient in it, it'll be your proficiency bonus as well.
Dope.
I would imagine that you probably are, since you're
a
fucking centaur.
So that's going to be 14 attack.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
1d4. 2. That's the first damage I've done in this entire campaign, I think.
So he leaps back away from your sword burst thing, but like you rear up, and as he's coming back into position, you just put a hoof right into his forehead, and it sort of caves in a little bit, and blood just starts to come out of all sorts of orifices on his face, and he crumples to the ground, dropping his bow, and is no longer alive.
I killed him with 2?
Well, he had already gotten hit before when T-Berry shot him. So, I mean, mostly it was T-Berry.
Right,
it wasn't you.
He was attacking.
No, this is the bandit that shot Jared first.
Oh.
Jared.
Yeah, this is the guy with the bow and arrow.
Oh.
Yep, he ran right past y'all.
Yeah, because like T-Berry shot twice.
Yep.
Yeah, I was getting.
I
got confused. I
got
confused.
No worries. No, hey, that's why I'm here, is to let you know what's going on, because it's all theater of the mind. It's not like there's a game board.
Yeah. Jared's level of pride over this is as if he did all the work himself.
Yeah. I mean, I figured that would be the case. Hiram, it is your turn.
Obviously.
So I'm going to use all of my movement to. Last time, did I say that I left my tent or just looked out of my tent?
I think you said you left it.
Okay. And how far away is the closest guy to me, would you say?
Let's say you moved out of your tent a little bit. Let's call him like 60 feet away at this point.
All right.
The one that's on Danny is about 40 feet away.
I'm gonna cast the Eldritch Blast on the one that's 60 feet away.
Okay.
That is 10 plus 15. Does that hit?
Okay, so that hits, but I need to ask you, are you going to go close left, far left, close right, or far right? Because like I said, they were kind of in a V formation. And the one that was in the front of the V is dead now. And Jared is standing in front of his corpse.
Close right.
You're going to go close right? All right, thank you. And go ahead and roll damage, sir.
All right, that's 9.
That's a 9? All right. That's pretty good. You shoot out your purple fist of Joseph Smith as it screams across the battlefield and slams into his chest, and he kind of reels back a little bit, but then kind of steels himself and gets his arrow back into the string. And Danny, it will be your turn now.
Ooh! He howls as he enters a feral rage, and I will now attack with my fucking axe. 'Cause I got an axe to grind. Oh yeah.
All right.
God,
What'd you get?
9.
That does not hit. So
I know.
he's looking super rough, and you swing out super, like you wind up over your head, and as you go to slam it down, he sort of just like stumbles to the side. Like it's not even an impressive dodge, just he's just kind of swaying there. And then Kit, why don't you go ahead and roll me or why don't you go ahead and we'll just put you in at initiative 0. You wake up in the buggy, and you can hear that there's a battle going on around you, and all of your friends are kind of yelling and screaming out, and a couple of arrows have whizzed past the carriage that you're sleeping in. And so what would you like to do, Kit? You're muted if you didn't know. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So we got these. What's going on here? So we got these bandits.
Yeah, you've got bandits about 100 feet away from where your current position is. There's 4 of them left, and they're currently in like a staggered V formation that's been broken up because the base of it has been killed.
All right, let's see. Well, it's time to take out a shield and rapier and just charge in there. For the lady! Sorry, I'm late! This sham is too good! So that's a full 60-foot dash.
60 feet. All right. You are going to be within 40 feet of all of them then. So you're kind of in the same vicinity as Mal and Danny, and Mal is a little bit off to the side of you. Danny's a little bit in the front of you, probably 10 feet or so.
Gotcha.
And then that will bring us back around to Mal. What are you doing?
How far is the farthest one from me? The farthest bandit?
Let's call it 50 feet, because it would be 10 feet back from the closest, or what would have been the closest till he died.
I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at him,
Okay.
and that is a ranged spell attack. Should hit. That's a 23.
Okay, yeah, that does.
Beautiful. Then he takes 46 radiant damage.
What?
Yep.
Holy
What
shit.
the hell?
What the fuck?
Yeah, baby.
What did you just cast on him? And where
A
can I
level
get some?
1 spell.
That deals 46 damage? Where did you find that?
D&D wiki?
Sorry, 4d6, not 46.
Oh.
Just to clarify. Sorry.
Oh,
It's 4 dice, not
Yes.
46 damage.
okay.
That's still 17 damage.
Oh yeah, it slams into him and like snaps his neck back, and he stops breathing and crumples to the ground.
Until my next turn, he's also glittering, and I'm just going to walk 30 feet straight at him.
All right.
He's dead.
He's still glittering.
The captain is next, and he's going to take some swings at Danny. 3 to be precise. The first one's going to hit. Second one will miss. And the third one will hit. So, Danny, the first one is going to be for 6 points of slashing. And the second one will also be for 6 points of slashing.
This is getting bad.
Have you been having the damage because of your rage?
I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, because you should probably still be all right at least. Because
Yeah,
that
because
would 6 damage
wait,
in
I
total
have
for
it?
you because it's barbarian rage.
Wait. Oh my.
Yeah. So any piercing, bludgeoning, or slashing damage that you take is automatically cut in half when you're raging.
You did only start that on your turn, though, so I think this is the only attack that you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get 6 points of slashing instead of 12, basically. But hey, that's good shit.
That's still right back. I think that puts me back at 18, right? Wait, no, it doesn't, because I took another 4. I took 4. Well, actually, no, that would have been 2 damage. Hang on.
No, last turn you weren't in rage, so that was full.
Yeah,
damage.
you weren't enraged last turn. Yep.
True.
See, I've played some of these classes, so I know what to remind people about. It's
Yeah,
basically
I
Ranger
hardly.
and Barbarian and Fighter.
Yeah, look, I realize I sound like a new player. It's only just.
No,
because
you're good, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm like I said, I'm trying to help you. Like if I was a douchebag, I would just let you forget it. You know.
I know, and thank you for doing that. So, like, no, I'm embarrassed mainly because like I played this game for like I played it for like a while, like a couple.
I've been playing for 19 years, my friend, and I fuck up all the time.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
on the bright side, though, it's probably a good thing that I'm like learning, that I'm remembering that's all coming back to me now as a player, so that when I DM very soon, because by the way, I am starting up a D&D campaign very
awesome.
near.
Well, we should get back on track and into initiative, though.
I know badly off topic, and I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all good. So that's gonna bring us to minus. What are you doing?
Well, the only one that's clearly visible is the leader, right?
No, you can now see everybody else because they've kind of stood up and engaged at this point.
How far is everyone?
You moved 60 feet, so they are 50 feet away from you.
Okay, which one?
The archers in the back. The captain that is on Danny is only 30 feet away from you.
All right. Well, he seems beat up enough for me not to actually intervene, so I'm gonna use just a dash action towards the archer, and while minus charge, he starts by saying what he's about to do. He screams pretty much, charging at the enemies. Minos will impale them on his horns. And
He's narrating all that as he's doing this, right? Audibly.
yes.
Awesome.
That's what Minos does. He's narrating himself. So I'm gonna use the dash action to get to them, and since I'm a minotaur, when I use the dash action for more than 20 feet, I get the horn attack as a bonus action.
Okay. So which one are you going to go for? Are you going to go for low left? Low. Okay, so that'll be low right. He's already been damaged too.
Nice. That means I have a good chance of actually impaling him and killing him. Great.
Go ahead and roll the attack.
$16 to it.
Oh yeah.
For 6 damage.
Oh yeah, you charge at him, narrating your every step, and as you're saying, my horn goes into him. you pierce into his sternum and sort of like start flicking her neck around and flailing the body, and then you just sort of just flick it off of your horn, and it just limps. It falls limply in the snow. Do you have a bonus action?
That was my bonus action.
Oh, okay, cool. Then that's going to bring us to T-Berry. So you've got 2 archers left, and you've got the captain on Danny.
Oh, it's my turn?
No, it's T-Berry's turn.
Sorry.
Move to the I'm gonna stay on the guy on Danny. He's gonna keep picking off everybody who attacks him. Okay. So.
All right.
And 10.
A 10 will not hit. Your arrow just kind of flies a little bit above your target. It's not the easiest feat in the world to draw back your bow while you're falling and, loose it and then go back to flapping your wings again. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing. So, it's not like it's unimpressive that you missed that shot.
We've played.
Do you have anything else that you want to do?
We've played that Kid Icarus game. We know what it's like.
Bonus action.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna fly and just land on the ground.
Okay, where do you want to land at? Like, whereabouts?
It's in the middle of the action, pretty much.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, you have no problem with that. Let's say you kind of land like 5 to 10 feet off to the side of where Danny and that captain are tussling.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's fine.
All right, sweet. So then that'll bring us to another volley of arrows. I think they're going to all shoot at this Minotaur that just charged into him. And, or actually, no, because Jared's there as well, and he's a giant, weird creature too. So one's going to shoot at Jared, and one's going to shoot at.
Says the guy with antlers.
Yeah, but they're not attached to his head, though.
Oh.
Minus, does a 12 hit your armor class?
No, I have 15.
And then Jared does a 17 hit your armor class.
Sure does.
Oh shit. So you're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage as you get shot again, Boromir.
Oh my god.
Poor Boromir.
K-O. Oh.
All right, so
Yes,
Jared
yes.
goes down. That brings us to Jared. So a death saving throw, please.
I've actually never done one of these before because I usually run away from battles. What do I do?
You just roll a d20, and if you get a 10 or higher, you succeed. If you get a 9 or lower, you fail.
9.
You fail. All right, one death saving throw. Hiram, what are you doing?
Is the same guy I attacked last time about in the same place?
No, he's dead. There's a Minotaur standing there.
Oh, okay. He's a dead one. I'll attack one of his buddies that's trying to attack Minos.
Left or right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one that shot at Minos.
So that is 19.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll
And the
damage.
damage is 2. I just have, even if it doesn't hit, I roll the d10 with the 20. I think you told me to do that, right? Just roll damage
that's awesome.
with the
Yeah, sure.
So 2.
All right. Yeah, no, your fist kind of slams into his shoulder this time, and it doesn't seem to phase him as much as the last time when it landed square in that guy's chest. Danny, it is your turn to try and drop this captain again. Danny boy?
Oh, it's my turn?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. By the way, just so you know, I'm also going to Frenzy. Yeah, Frenzy is...
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, I don't need to roll for Frenzy. That's something I can do.
No, you
whenever.
roll with advantage, though, when you attack, right?
Oh. No,
Or
that's
a
a reckless attack. That's
reckless.
reckless attack.
I'm thinking of something different. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll
Frenzy is
your
just
attack
like
roll.
you to attack as a bonus action.
Oh, cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll both of them then.
I had to see, like, if I actually kill.
Fair.
Alright, I'm going to use that bonus action.
What'd you get?
9 and an 8.
Oh, shit. Go ahead. Roll again.
17!
Okay, that'll hit. You can finally do this guy in.
So how... Alright, well, I'm going to roll damage, but I doubt it's going to matter.
No, it won't matter. So you can just go ahead and tell me how you cleave him.
Alright. So, what I do is, like, I swing once, and it just narrowly takes off his head. And then, like, it lodges into the ground very briefly, because I had swung so hard. And he thinks that he's safe, so he tries to go in for a easy hit on. However, I managed to get unlodged my axe in time, and I bring it around to like swing him around and freaking cut him in half.
All right. Yeah, he spills all over the ground, and the snow is red around him. Would you like to move?
Yes, I would. Where's the nearest chuckle fuck? That's not
the
damage.
one to the left that shot at Jared. He's about 20 feet away from you. You can easily get to him.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're up in his grill.
Yep.
Kit, what do you want to do?
How far away from Jared is Kit currently?
You ran your full 60 feet, so you are 40 feet away from Jared.
Ah, son of a bitch. So I guess what Kit's gonna do then, since he can't lay on hands this turn, is he's going to run up in front of Jared and deploy his shield, increasing his AC, and stand in front of Jared so no one else can shoot him until Kit can get lay on hands.
Dope. Perfect. That'll bring us back around to Mal then.
And I am within 30 feet of Jared, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to run over to Jared, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go In's blessings, and I'm gonna slap him and cast Bear the Dying.
Okay. So he doesn't have to make death saving throws anymore?
Correct. He is now stable. And then whatever movement I have left, I'll just pop my shield up in front of him as well.
All right. Minus, there is a guy not very far away from you, and he looks terrified.
How far away are we talking about? Like 5?
Within 10 feet.
Okay. Minos is gonna step up to him.
Yeah.
And with his longsword will describe how he will outwit him and strike him and spill his guts into the snow.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
That is the most metal thing I've ever heard you say. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
14
will hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my bardic inspiration then. Wait, is there another one near that I could hit that's within 5 feet of me?
No, there isn't.
No.
Just the one.
Alright, I won't use a bardic inspiration then. Oh, I should have started with the Orn attack. I just thought of something cool. Can we say that was my Orn attack?
Sure.
Alright. Seven damage.
He's looking really rough. You almost are able to impale him completely, but
Okay, I'm gonna see if my sword attack hit, and if it does, let me describe it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, he'll be dead if you hit, so.
So 14 to it again.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. Or well, no, go ahead and describe it. He's dead.
All right. What happens is that Minos gets up to him, attack him with his horn, impales him, bring him up above his head, and then using his sword decapitate him while he's over him, before tossing the body around with from his horn.
Yeah, the snow is crimson. T-Berry, there is one left.
Far away are they from me?
They are 40 feet away from you. Or no, you're even closer. So they're like 20 feet away from you.
Okay. How do they look? Do they look rough?
Oh yeah. Every bandit is either dead or this guy, and he looks rough as well, and he looks terrified.
I'm gonna go up on him with my melee attack, talons.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack.
Please. 23.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. To damage.
How much was it?
5. Oh wait.
5? Oh, he's still up. Barely. Like, he's so rough.
Say I kind of like swoop up in the air and let out, those like screeching cries
Yeah,
with my talons.
that's awesome.
Rip him a little bit.
Hiram, unless you have another thing that you can do, I'm sorry. Oh, your bonus action. You move your hunter's mark there. Go ahead and roll your hunter's mark damage, because that'll do him in. That is it. So yeah, you like release some energy into your talons as you grab into him, and you just kind of like rip out the flesh around his collarbones, and just there's an explosion of gore all over the snow, and yeah, all of these bandits are down at this point,
Oh yeah, they are.
and Jared is too. He's stable.
Oh yeah, he is.
Minos will go over to Jared and be, does he breathe?
Yeah,
Asking to the other two.
Kid's gonna be, just give me a second. Rub his hands together. Like, hold on. Yep. 10 hit points, lay on hands.
Sweet. Now, do I do 10 from 0 or 10 from the negative I was in?
It'd be 10 from 0.
Oh, thank you, lads. I owe you. I mean, that was a very kind generosity.
Minos will look at Jared and say, do you want a bit more, or are you fine?
Mel is gonna walk over and kind of gesture for everyone to gather around him.
Oh, are all the enemies dead?
Yeah.
Ah, that's what I hate about rolling below initiative. Kill shit.
You also rolled poor attack rolls too, so that also doesn't help.
All right, then I guess. Oh yeah, by the way, my character is exhausted. By the way, you can see when Danny comes to, like he looks kind of tired. Like he looks a little bit worn. Like he worn himself out a little bit. With all that howling and almost like savagely like dancing around and like swinging that axe with like no skill or finesse. That's pure fucking ferocity and rage.
Pure fucking inefficiency.
Yeah, yet that no, sorry. Efficient inefficiency.
So what time is it right now?
I mean, it's like 10:30 at night. Like it hadn't been that late into you guys sleeping that this attack had occurred.
Okay. Well, they tried to rob us. Shall we return the favor?
Yep, and Hiram runs to the corpses.
I don't think it's robbing if they're dead. I think it's looting.
So
I'm gonna search the one I trampled.
All of the bandits individually have 5 gold pieces on each of them. They have a short bow and a quiver of arrows and a short sword. And then that guy with the horns, he has 50 gold pieces on him, and he has 2 scimitars and then also a short bow and a quiver.
Do we want to just put that in the pot? Does anybody want those items?
Take
So
care
what's
of-
there?
I'll take a short sword.
I'll take a short bow.
Nah.
Yeah.
My note is
DM.
not interested in these.
Yeah. Kit will
DM.
take.
DM. I know what I'm going to take. You know where that one lead bandit was? The guy with the scimitars and like the horns on his head?
Yeah, take whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his horn hat or whatever the fuck it is. And then I'm going to pretend to be Minos. Like I'm going to like pretend to like charge into someone and just like shake off their corpse or something.
All right, so what's left that I'm adding to the group inventory?
Kit will take one of the bows, one of the quivers, and one of the swords. He doesn't need any of the money though.
I'll take
Yeah,
some
I'll-
of the money. Oh.
Barry will take quiver.
And I'll take a short sword.
Were you able to keep track of all that, Tim?
I don't personally care,
All right.
to be honest with you guys.
Well, then,
Like,
then just tell me how much gold's in our inventory, Tim.
I mean, 5 times 5 is 25, and then 50 is so 75 in total.
Cool.
I'm sorry, are you a wizard? How did you figure that out?
Is that for all of us? Like Danny included because he took some as well?
That was the total gold there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Kit won't take any of the gold. He really didn't help in the fight, but he will take some weapons.
I'll take 25 of that gold. Well,
That's
no,
all
I'll
of
take
it.
15. I'll take 15. Get someone else.
Let's go
want
back to
some.
bed.
Aye.
Does no one else want any of the gold?
You can have your 15. I'll put the rest in the pot.
All right.
I'll take first watch, lads.
Great.
Or
And
second watch at this point, I suppose.
All right, wake me up when you decide to go to bed. I'll give the last one to T-Berry.
take it. It does that thing
Aye.
where he roosts on top of one of the wagons, fluffs up his feathers.
There's 2 of them. Stop them.
no, double straw.
Are you gonna build
Yeah.
like a huge nest on top of the carriage with straw?
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
He opens one eye and says, "I don't sleep in nests," and then closes it again.
Well, that sounds like a good phrase for Scraw to copy.
Yeah, Scraw looks up and goes, I don't sleep in nests.
Good job, Scraw. You've earned that.
And he goes back to sleeping in his nest.
Yep, absolutely.
The birds have come to an understanding.
We'll need to tell him he got that one when he comes back. His
Right.
repertoire.
So the rest of your watches go by uneventfully. So we can just fast forward to it being morning. And like I said, you guys aren't that far away from that watchtower on the map at this point. And so you wake up, you eat some breakfast. I assume you guys got enough provisions and whatnot bought with the amount that you paid for that giant cart. And so, you guys have more than enough rations in the morning and all that good stuff. Plus, I'm pretty sure like 19 of you guys are Outlanders. So there's always that.
Yeah, we can feed 6 people each.
I'm gonna try to wake the bandits up to eat with us, because man, we're gonna have a
We will never go. Honestly, we don't have to pay for food in this party, do we?
Unless
Not
we're in the
really,
desert.
no.
Look,
Actually, even in the desert, suppose if you roll it, never mind.
This feature specifically says if the land provides.
That's true, but it depends on the desert, I suppose, then, because some deserts might have.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Let's go to church.
So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward you guys 2 more days to getting to this church, then, if that's cool.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please.
We're all gonna be full spells then.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Because you'll have rested. You'll have rested a total of 3 nights on the way there. Because you have already gotten to full because you rested last night.
Local watchtower.
So actually, one of the things that you do find out when you're going past that watchtower is that it's kind of a small military installation. It doesn't really seem like you've seen any like patrols or anything like that, but there's a stables there and a watchtower kind of overlooking the sea and a small barracks as well. But other than that, it's not really that interesting. But when you guys get to near this pine forest, like the temperature has definitely gotten a lot more bearable. The tundra has kind of given way for just snowy grass as opposed to, like a permafrost. Like you can tell that you're starting to get quite a bit further south at this point. And your elevation is quite a bit lower, especially in comparison to where you were at in Crystal Cliff. Excuse me. And this cathedral is really impressive, actually. Like there's a bunch of large spires to it. It's made all out of stone. There is a giant stained glass window in the center tower of it, and it's depicting like this like green leafy plant, and you can already smell that like there's this kind of skunky smell in the air, and like you guys have already figured out that this religion kind of has they're known for partaking in pipe weed and things of that nature, and they're known for kind of being layabouts. But as you approach, you see that there are people. They're throwing like these wooden discs back and forth, and some of them have like these little cloth bags that seem to be also filled with something, and they're like kind of kicking them with their feet, and they've all got on like these woven sort of like shirts with these hoods on them, and they've got just so many different colors going on. I mean, the majority of them, like they're all different races and stuff like that. But other than that skunk smell, there's also a pretty strong smell of body odor. You can tell that many of them haven't really washed their hair in a long time, and a bunch of them are kind of over in a circle, a little bit closer to the entrance of this cathedral, and they're passing around this long wooden pipe, and there's a lot of coughing going on and stuff like that. And so yeah, what do you guys want to do now that you are at happy 420, everyone?
Thank
I
you.
feel like I've met these people before.
right
20, be sure to leave milk and cookies out for Willie Nelson.
Exactly.
Mal is gonna put on his actual cleric garb that he has.
Okay.
And he's going to walk up to the nearest one and like grab him by the front of the hoodie and go, You there. Where's the head of your church?
Whoa, man. Whoa.
Yes.
You want to talk to the supreme herbalist? He's probably out back tending to the plants, man. Just chill. You know?
I walk
The
over
Church
to
of
him.
Sativa is about love, man.
I say, Mr.
You can call
Smelly
me
Man.
Chip, man. My name is Chip.
Indeed.
Chip, seriously.
Hello, Chip.
Where's
When did
Dale?
you bathe last?
Whoa, man. I used my crystal deodorant this morning, and it works just fine. I don't think I like your tone, bro.
I am not your brother. I do not believe my sweet mother could create such a creature.
We're all brothers, man.
Hey, yeah,
Even the
man.
ladies, they're all bros.
Yeah, man.
And I think
We
these guys feel
all
fine.
brothers. Yeah.
Chip.
By the
If
way,
you would kind as to take us to the head of your church,
Well,
we'd
I
be
was
very
getting
grateful.
into a really intense game of hacky here, so. But I mean, I guess.
Now you
man.
listen here. If you don't bring us there, I'm gonna be making sure you'll be smoking your pipe weed out your ass. How about that?
Ow!
Whoa! Hey,
Nice.
That was
That's not a way to speak to people. Come on.
Hey, man, why don't you try one of these? And he like reaches into a pouch and pulls out this little white cylinder and hands it to you. And he says, "Why don't you light that up, man?"
I'm back. And I'm gonna turn to Hiram. And I'm gonna whisper to him. I think I got a contact high from him.
I'll take that capsule.
He
Kit,
hands
see
it to
Kit
you and
goggles, like reaching up for one.
Frick,
Goggles and a
fucking hell,
cigar.
Danny
Come on,
Boy will
he looks
take one as
goofy enough to
well.
be here.
He's gonna open
Yeah,
up his
he
mind
hands-
the wolf way.
he hands you guys all a joint then. And
Jesus Christ.
you can feel free to do with that at what you please.
Minos will
He
wait.
says,
Danny
"Man,
Boy can't wait to open up his mind. He will smoke it.
you should be careful with that one though, bro. Make sure you only use it outside." And
Okay.
as soon as you light it, as though it was magical, everything in 30 feet becomes kind of hazy. And I need everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm a
This isn't a bad one. I promise it's not a bad one.
It's only a Constitution saving.
We're gonna get saved.
Oh my god.
No, I think you guys are gonna like this. Okay.
Oh my god.
9.
9. Oh, I'm sorry, 10.
The DC is
13.
13.
Yeah, Kit got a 2.
Okay.
1 plus 1 is 2.
So everyone that failed their Constitution saving throw, you are going to be acting as though you are under the charm person spell and you are friendly with everybody that is in this cloud for the next hour.
Hell yeah.
Everyone that got below a what?
Everyone that got below a 13 is now on friendly terms with every single creature that was in this cloud. And so Chip is in there and all of the party is in there and you guys are cool.
Yeah, we're the best friends.
Yeah. Hey, Jared. We cool, bro.
What the hell is wrong with all of you?
Happened to you?
Everybody that
This is-
failed, your eyes are really red, and you're
Oh,
kind of
man.
hungry.
Oh God, is Scraw okay?
Scrawl starts eating the nearest disciple.
No, the person who eats people is dead.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I know, we need our lizard folk back.
He said it's around back. The plants are around back.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna start just making my way that direction.
Okay. The grounds are just filled with disciples of Sativa. It seems like this is a popular place. Like you see elves and gnomes and halflings, and you've seen Goliaths and literally every race that you can think of. You've seen at least one of them. There was even a drow, lounging on a bench getting baked. Like you make your way around the back, and you can see that there's kind of like a break in this pine forest, and the sunshine is sort of coming directly down onto this area, and there is just a massive field of just so many plants, and you can see that there is a centaur, and he's got on, a knit hat, and it's like red and black and green, and it's sort of like flopping over to the side, and his tail is dreadlocked and just long, and
My God.
and he's tending to the plants, and
Hiram walks over to Kit, and he just grabs him in a big hug and lifts him up. And I'm so sorry. that I upset you.
Minos, dude, Minos, what up, bro?
What? Not much.
Man, you gotta try this, man. Come on, try.
Later, when we have something to celebrate.
Is
You need to try this, man. It is good, man.
Why don't you guys go and kick some of those bags of beans around? Ugh, hell's fire and brimstone. I've never been this hungry. I'm going up to the. Going up to talk to the Rastafarian.
yeah, so am I.
I would also like to go with him.
I'm
So-
gonna ask
All
Kit.
right.
Hey, man. Do you know somewhere to get something to eat, man?
He's completely converted. He's practically a bishop now.
Kit is gonna like look through his pack. Yeah. Hold on. I think he's got 7 rations. So someone's pull out one of the rations and then hand one ration out to whoever wants one in this immediate vicinity.
Danny boy will
Everyone
take
that
one.
failed is definitely taking one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kit's gonna pass out food and then offer one to Chip as well.
So when you get over to this centaur, and he's sort of just humming a tune and trimming off parts of this plant, and he kind of turns and looks at you guys and goes, "Praise Sativa."
Come on, play Sativa.
He very looks up and goes, "Oh, help me."
Listen.
Are you guys
We are
converts?
some
Yeah, man.
seem to be. Yes.
No, we are not.
I am.
Righteous. Do you mind if I light up? Quick, it's been 10 minutes.
Not at all, my brother. Not at all.
And he pulls a like a much larger and this time it's brown, and he lights it up and he inhales on it a couple of times, and immediately, again, like magic, there is a giant cloud 30 feet around everybody. So everybody that already has failed once, you have disadvantage on this Constitution saving throw.
Jesus.
Oh, disadvantage.
Oh, I rolled a 18.
Kit fails again.
That's
20 for minus.
I'm just gonna tell you. I think I failed again.
a 7.
I rolled
Oh, okay.
12.
Yeah, I rolled 11 or
Okay.
12.
So
rolled
I
11.
give the guy kind of a arm wrestle handshake style, and then I kind of pull him close to my shoulder and I say, "Listen, man, we got a buddy back in the wagon, and bro, he's just out, like I'm talking out cold, and we just heard that the love in this place could really revive him, and just can you help us out?"
Yeah, man. Can you
I mean, no pressure, no hurry. You know, you can light another one
Yeah,
up if you need to.
So we're gonna get your buddy straightened out, but I need something in return.
Oh, cool.
Is that chill?
Cool.
Nah, man, that skills. That
Ah,
skills.
man, we're so. Oh, jeez.
What do you need?
Well, there's a logging camp not too far from here to the northeast, and well, they've been having some geological disturbances, man. And they provide us with all of our firewood and other things, man. And so we kind of look out for them. And I can bring your friend back with the power of Sativa. But I need you guys to promise me that you're going to do. Well, here, how about y'all leave him here with me and you go help my bros out. And then when you come back, he'll be right as rain.
Sure, cool, man. And listen,
So-
we would love to give even more if we could. Do you got a charity box around here somewhere?
Hush.
Yeah,
Tim,
man, we got a
question.
charity box.
I rolled an 18. Does that mean I'm sober, or does that mean I'm just not as high?
Did you fail once?
I failed once, and then I got an 18.
Okay,
You're
so
wrong
you
with
are.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you're rolling with disadvantage first of all.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you got to roll again. But no, you're still charmed with all of the people from before, but you just wouldn't be charmed with this guy like Jared is. But what's your
Okay.
next roll?
That is 12.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you are charmed by him actually. So you probably
Okay.
get down with giving some charity as well.
I was
You know
totally,
what, Mom?
I was totally trying to steal the box. but-
What's the conversion? What do I need to like better myself through the path of like Sativa, man?
Well, man, like most people just give what they can. So what can you give, man?
Like, what do you mean by that?
I pulled their 2 gold lockets, which I took from men that I killed, and I handed them. Here you go, my friend.
You know
May
what?
Sativa
I'm
bless
going
you.
to I'm going to pull out I'm going to pull out like 50 like GP. I'm gonna like give it to him.
Whoa, man! Like I'm not gonna carry. Well, I guess I could carry it inside, but
I've got
man,
this, and I give him my 7/8 deck of playing cards.
Jared's the worst.
The other 1/8 went down the hole in the cave.
Ironically enough, I think he might actually appreciate that one more than the gold we gave him.
Why don't you go get your friend, man?
You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna go get him, guys.
All right. Well, any of y'all want to throw this frisbee around for a bit?
I will.
So Kid is so down.
Barry is like, question.
Yo, T-Berry, go high.
Absolutely, man. It's not like I'm already there or anything, and I'm gonna try to fly. Do I have to make a check of any kind?
You're like, it's a little bit weird at first, and you get distracted a couple times and like lose altitude and stuff, but for the most part, you're all right. Like, however, catching frisbees is a different story when you fly. 'Cause
Bold of you
that's
to assume he
definitely,
wouldn't try to catch them in his beak.
oh, dope! I'm into it. Why don't you go ahead and make me a? Why don't you go ahead and make me a dex? Let's do an acrobatics check.
Oh, sick. 17.
Oh yeah, you actually do manage to snare one of them in your beak, and you kind of drop down in altitude while you whip it back to Jared, and everybody's just kind of laughing and having fun, and somebody comes out eventually and like goes, "Hey man, is this golden stuff for donation? Because I'll bring it inside." And like the supreme herbalist looks at him, the centaur guy, and he says, "Yeah, man, just take it. We're playing some frizz, bro." And
God damn. Oh yeah.
He
By the
stops
way,
what
it's
he's
by this
doing.
point I come back with what's his face's body. I just like lay it gently on the floor.
Ramsroch.
Oh,
Ramsroch,
bummer,
whatever.
dude. That's a
I
bummer.
yeah, man. I hear he was a real nice guy.
Here, hold
Also,
on.
do
Let
you
me
mind
go
tossing
get the
that frizz
bong
my
real
way?
quick. We should probably. Yeah, y'all keep throwing this. I'll be right back. And he like starts trotting inside, and he comes back out.
When I see Ram,
Yeah, when you see Ramsroch.
I'm gonna get like really paranoid about it, and I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay. You can tell that some sort of magic has been cast on him to keep his body from decomposing. But I think other than that, there's nothing magical about Ramsroch. Can you confirm for me, Resurrex?
Yeah, nothing magical. Yeah.
You were saying, Eric? I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, if there's no other magic around me, I'm just gonna be like looking around and kind of like backing up to the wall and finding something solid to hold on to.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are outside, and so you'd have to kind of go all the way up to the cathedral to back into a wall.
Yeah, that's fine.
You could go. Yeah, so you kind of go and sort of start cowering in the corner and start having a panic attack, I assume, because.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just start casting lesser restoration on myself.
Does weed make you panic? Really?
Sometimes.
It
To what
can.
side?
Oh.
Yeah, paranoia is the worst side effect. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, got to keep out for those cops. Wait.
Whoa, man, don't say cops around here, bro. that shit isn't cool, man.
T-Berry lets out just like 3 like shrill alarm calls out of his beak. He just starts screeching as soon as someone mentions it.
Whoa, who said cops? Cops? There's cops here? No, man, there's no cops. Whoa, what, cops? Fuck,
Oh my god, did you just start a mass panic?
The church bells start gonging and everyone runs inside.
Yeah, they start
everybody's
they
like
start
pitching
flushing
their
the
joints
evidence.
into the woods and shit. Like you just see pipes flying everywhere.
Great.
You see the centaur comes out and he's got this like gigantic bong with like a bunch of mouthpieces on it, and he like looks around and does the shifty sort of Homer back into the fucking and he closes the door, and everybody's just kind of freaking out for a minute here, and then it kind of returns to normal after no cops show up after like maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and the Supreme Herbalist comes back out and he says, all right, man, I got the bong of restoration, bros. Here's the thing, though, man. So when we're all hitting it, you got to think about, like, really cool and really chill things that you did with, what was his name?
Ramrod.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I remember the time that you guys brought Remington here for me to resurrect him, and that was pretty chill. So I'm gonna think about that.
I'm gonna think about that day when he made me 100 gold pieces. Oh, he was so cool, man.
I'm gonna think about that day that like I brought him here to resurrect.
I'm gonna think about that day where we were swimming buddies.
I'm going to think about that day that he ate the men I killed.
Wait.
Kid's just gonna like get real shifty eyed, like, wait.
No, it's totally cool, dude. It's totally cool. They were the fuckers. They were cops. I'm pretty sure they were.
Bro, cops, man? Where the fuck are they? Dude, what the fuck? This shit isn't cool, man. Everybody's pitching.
No, they were cops.
The Minotaur hands you the bong and says, you got to take credit for this, man. I'm on my second strike and I can't go back to jail, bro. That shit is cool, man.
T-Berry hides in the rafters.
No, it's fine. It's fine. They weren't cops. They weren't cops. They weren't cops.
I thought them being cops would be better.
And more than that, the one who killed them isn't the guy we're bringing back to life. So everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, bro. Everything's fine.
Like, just take it. Everything's fine.
All right, man. And he starts packing into this thing, and he sort of like he like sets it onto Ramsroch's chest, and a couple of his acolytes come over and they like get down into position, and he's like, all right, bros. Oh, hey, one of y'all lift up the little bro, and he points at Kit and says, because he's got to think happy thoughts, but don't tickle him, because that might be weird. Maybe ask permission first, man. I mean, we can. Does everybody want to go and chill on the beanbags after this? Because that'll be pretty chill.
Absolutely.
I'm getting
man.
ahead of myself.
Oh,
Let's just do this.
yeah.
And they create this sort of magical blue flame that just sort of flickers around the bowl of it, and you see this mystical green energy start to build and bubble up, and it starts to roil along these tubes and into your lungs. And you think at first that you can't keep going, and yet every single time you can hear in your head, bros, just keep inhaling, do it for Remington. And the next thing you know, you can see that this like lizard sort of entity has sort of started to appear in front of your faces, and it's like this glowing spirit, and it's being pulled down into Ramsroch's body. And at that moment you hear, all right, bros, exhale. And you guys let go, and this just giant cloud of green smoke starts to fill the room, and everything is blinding for a second as it's just roiling around you, and you're just in this feeling of ecstasy. And the next thing you know, I'm sure Ramsroch is probably flailing about underneath this bong and in this fog, because he has no idea what's going on, and that's a pretty Ramsroch thing to do. So what's Ramsroch doing now that he's returned to life?
Ramsroch started by opening his eye, seeing smoke everywhere. He's gonna flip. I imagine he was on his back.
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna flip on his stomach and try to crawl away from the smoke, because he doesn't want to inhale it because it thinks it's from a fire.
Okay. So, I mean, he's not technically wrong there. So, you kind of hear some voices be like, "Whoa, bro, the sacred bong!" And you start to crawl away, and then everything kind of chills out a little bit, and the smoke starts to dissipate. And Ramsroch, you can see your friends are red-eyed, sort of just slouchy and droopy, and they have these stupid grins on their face. And
Ramsrod, man. Like, what's up, yo? What's up, man?
What's happening? We're a witch.
I don't know, man. You just come back from the dead, boy.
You were asleep for as long as I wish I could sleep right now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so witch god?
Sativa, man.
What?
Hey, man, can I just ask you to, like, you know, that's sort of offensive. Like, if you're not sativa touched yourself, to like just adopt the vernacular, you know what I mean, bro?
Who, me?
Well, yeah, bro. Unless you're gonna
Dude,
pledge.
I'm trying to convert,
pledge? You're gonna convert, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Bro. I think we should hotbox one then, man.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, somebody bring out the Doritos. I think these bros are gonna want to try them." And he leads Danny off into this other room for a little bit, and people start to bring in these like trays of these little triangular like corn mashed like baked chips almost, and they've got like these like this orange powder on them, and they start like passing them out to you guys. And do you want to eat them?
Ramsroch will. He's being offered food. He always will.
Oh yeah.
Make me a
Well, Kit's just going
Ramsroch.
with the flow.
Apparently, I'm now working for Sativa now.
Dope. I'm into it. Did you make me a Constitution save?
Oh, I
Ramsroch?
didn't make you. Oh,
Oh,
Ramsroch.
not 20, 25.
Okay, yeah, you nosh down a shitload of these, and you don't really feel anything. Everybody else, they're delicious, but you also feel like you're getting more and more tired the more of these that you eat, and it's kind of a double-edged sword. Because they're really good, but
They said they had beanbags?
oh yeah, they've got some bean bags.
Oh, yeah. Kit is going to go curl up on a beanbag.
Okay, dope.
I squished
And you
together
guys,
like 4 or 5 beanbags and then plopped down on the whole lot.
Awesome. So, Danny, you get into this other room, and it's like basically this room just has a bunch of papers of different sizes, and he like pulls out a bunch of them, and he starts rolling up a bunch of different joints, and he starts like connecting them together and stuff. And when he gets done, you see that it's basically a marijuana leaf shaped joint that he then lights up, and you guys start passing back and forth. And when you get done, he then rolls up a couple more joints for you, and he says, "You are now an acolyte." What was I doing, man?
Cool, bro.
Oh,
I'm
right,
acolyte now,
acolyte.
man.
Yeah, so remember that whenever you're in a situation where you can't make friends, call on the power of Sativa, bro. And he puts those, he hands you those 3 more joints, and so now you have 3 more that you can use in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Kit's got one of those too. This could be dangerous. Because he was handed one earlier and didn't use it.
Yep.
Minus ear. So, yeah. This could
Oh,
be
dude, I can just
dangerous.
imagine the pranks I could do with this.
Oh, man. I mean, realistically,
Sorry.
it could be really wonderful. No, go ahead.
T-Berry cannot wait to get this cross.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, shit.
So
Like, is this entire session just gonna be us smoking pot?
Yeah, as a
the
matter of fact,
420 celebration, of course.
yeah, this is literally all I had prepared. I figured that you guys would go to the logging camp next session.
Okay.
Did you expect it to, like, work out the way it did?
I mean, I kind of figured that it would go okay, because, I mean, what reason do you guys have to attack these people?
Yeah, pretty much. We're not that murder hobo-y.
The real question is there possibly people sitting in a semicircle, maybe to a full circle, playing percussive instruments?
Yeah, dude. There has absolutely been impromptu jams that have been going on all over the grounds, like over the course of this evening. Like, you guys are, yeah, you can join in with your sham at any point, Kit.
That is
and
exactly
love
what
it.
Kit's gonna do. Oh, yeah.
Is there a room where someone's up on stage telling a grand story about a wizard and everyone else is listening to Dark Side of the Moon?
Yes, absolutely. They have a room that's just dedicated to that.
I am there.
This place is amazing.
Ramsroch is very confused, and since everyone's too high to actually be able to explain anything to him, he's gonna be confused for a while. But people are bringing him food, so he's happy.
Yo! Like, I guess I'm going to leave the thingy after I'm done being converted. And I'm going to go
Okay.
up to Ramsroch. And I'm going to say, "Hey, Ma, to friendship." And I'm gonna ask him, "You want to light up?"
What are we burning?
I don't know, man, but it's fucking good.
All right.
And
So I guess
Hiram
that,
is. Oh,
sorry. So I guess that it's just me and Rip Rex passing around a dog. Not Rip
Okay,
Rex,
so
Ramsroch.
Ramsroch, why don't you go ahead and make me another Constitution saving throw, this time at disadvantage? Because if you guys are going to pass it back and forth a couple of times.
The lowest is 13, so
Yeah, you're still good. You have like the supreme lizard tolerance. Maybe Ramsroch used to like use pot as seasoning in his food or something like that, and so he just has this crazy tolerance. But Danny is like getting to the point where he's like burnt out and really can't do anything anymore. Like
Yeah, I
he
think
just
at this
wants
point,
to.
Danny is just like going to extinguish the. Like, I guess like he's gonna try to save the blunt.
Oh, there's nothing left. Like you guys pretty much like it's like kind of a one-time use thing. Like if you light it up, the magic is gone.
Fair enough. Then in that case, Danny is just going to like fall asleep on a damn beanbag.
Oh, right
But
on,
he's just
man.
going to collapse on it.
Like for whatever reason, you think that normally like a sham and a drum that's kind of playing off beat and like a harp and a violin and just like this cacophony of noise would make it hard to go to sleep, but you have some of the best sleep of your life at this place. Like this is
Oh man.
this is
Ramsroch is gonna look
fantastic.
around, and after a while, is gonna decide that his best course of action is to go lie down next to Kit and just sleep there.
so Hiram is gonna go to the circle of musicians. He's gonna stand there, just kind of listening to the music, and then after a while, he just starts. Tim, have you seen how Joe Cocker performed? Like when he sung, how he moved strangely. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what Hiram does. He's just kind of
Jim
fidgeting and
Cocker,
kind
who's
of.
that?
You're just
He's an
spasming
amazing
him around.
singer. Yeah, that's what Hiram does. He just
And
kind of.
Minos will join the music player and play lute.
Nice. Yeah, you guys have a pretty good jam band going on, and you're filling the entirety of this main hall of the cathedral with music. I mean,
By the way, I'd like to point out that neither Minos nor Ramsrush, maybe Minos with the resurrection spell, are I right now. They made all their constitution saving throws somehow.
that's awesome. I'm just glad that you guys ended up digging this entire thing because it was one of those things where I was like, oh, dude, because somebody this morning in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of was like, hey, if you were going to do a 420 D&D session, how would you do that? And then I started thinking about it, and then this is what happened.
That's great.
So I mean, yeah, if you guys want to feel free to keep role playing, but like this is literally all I had prepared as a
I
plan of
mean, to
attack.
be honest, Rip is so good to have. It's so good to start playing with you again, man. Do you remember the Waterworld campaign that fell through?
Yeah, I remember where we met.
Yeah. Fun times. I only played once or twice.
Yeah. But yeah, now you get to meet Ramsrush. Did you listen to the
Well, I think that's our session. You know how to join us if you want to join us. Listen to LCP D&D on your favorite podcast service platform. We have a cowboy western theme with vampires and orcs and magic and all original music by me. So check that out. I can't think of anything else. Bye, everybody.